Indonesia, you now have 40% of a bank that rebranded this year to put Dubai into the name. So what do you actually expect out of the Indonesian investment?
It actually tells you, right, that our strategy, which I am alluding to, is what we are holding to the T. Indonesia is a very exciting market. In addition to being the largest densely populated Muslim market with around 250 million Muslims. When we were entering into Indonesia, I recall this very clearly, that I was told that it's a market where Islamic banks are quite small, it's a market where Islamic banking is underpenetrated, so why go into Indonesia? And that's the exact reason why we went into Indonesia, because the Islamic banks were small and the market was underpenetrated. If you look at Indonesian market, tremendous potential. I always say this, and you've probably heard this before, it's a market which has something in it for everyone. Given that you have the right positioning, you cannot in Indonesia go into Indonesia and be just another player. You've got to bank on all the experience that you've gathered over 4 decades that we've been in existence. Technology plays a very large part. And last but not least, the regulator in Indonesia is quite supportive of Islamic finance. Yes. There's a national agenda. And if you look at the current 5% penetration of Islamic finance, which is just the tip of the iceberg. I think
it's crazy in a country, and you mentioned this yourself, which has the largest Muslim population of any country in the world, and to have Islamic finance only be at 5%. There's a huge opportunity. There must be a huge opportunity.
No, absolutely, Robin, and I think that's why we've gone there. And like I said, I think why organizations probably in the past who tried to venture out into Sharia compliant banking in Indonesia did not maybe be as successful as they wanted to, it was because of the positioning. I think Indonesia is a market, given the size of the market and given the potential, you just cannot do faith-based banking in Indonesia. There has to be a value proposition that makes sense to everybody.